Thanks for joining me. This is the Beat Report. I am Mike Nickles. I'm a realtor with @Properties. For the area of 2012 here, this is actually where I live. I'm just going to briefly share with you the main points. So first up, crime stats. So we had 27 thefts, 21 criminal damage, 19 batteries, including one seeming battery or incident between a landlord and tenant. So, hey, real estate specific crazy stuff can happen. All right. 6 assaults, 5 deceptive practice, 4 criminal trespass, including 1 ransacked car, and then a couple instances here were just returning kind of criminals. So, or 2 thieves, I should say, returned to Jewel, where apparently they were criminals before or had done crimes, and then they were identified and they got arrested. And likewise, there was 1 individual who returned to a bank and got arrested. So, there we go. 3 burglaries, including 1 unlawful entry into a garage, 2 forceful entries of businesses. There's 2 robberies, all right? In one of these, 3 offenders at a T-Mobile came into the store, told everyone, shut up. They each took a phone and then left. Now, interestingly enough, even though there's no weapon brandished, one of them dropped a knife on the way out, and that made this an armed robbery. So, interesting stuff there. Let's see. The other robbery happened because there was an individual. I'm not sure what was the scene, what was happening, but it was near the First Slice Cafe. The victim was pushed from behind, pockets emptied, knocked down. He did not get a good look at the criminal. So that's that. All right, and then a partridge in a pear tree. No, we have 1 auto theft, and this occurred, could have been preventable because the victim actually had left the keys to the car on the passenger seat, and so someone broke in, took the car, and drove off. Anyway, that is the crime report there. A couple notes here, so some noteworthy stuff. Let's see, theft being the biggest category. The most things that are done are preventable, and they are leaving things unattended. So let's say a laptop at a coffee shop or something like this. I actually did this the other day. I left groceries in my car because I had a big load. I carried some in, went right back to the car. During that time, I noticed there was a car behind me, and they had actually left. So during that time, nothing was taken, but during that time, something surely could have took a bag, put it in the car, and got out of there. Who am I to remember what's going on there? So luckily that did not happen there, but be mindful, everyone, because that happens very easily. And then try not to leave things in plain sight either. So things in your car that even indicate there might be something of value, right? You might have some quarters sitting in your cup holder, and people are like, wow, this guy has tons of money in there. There's absolutely nothing in there, okay? So that's it. Now, we have a couple special things that were brought up. First one, we're going to call this the hot topic. So you see where the star is? That is where the Cladau Ring Pub is. And this bar has changed hands. It's a very old bar. And it was, as one resident called it, sleepy before. And actually, it had changed ownership maybe about a year or so, give or take. And people are noting that there's very loud behavior, including outdoor karaoke in the backyard. And mind you, this is on the corner of Oakley and Foster. There's residents, people living all around. Very disruptive it's been. So they've had some complaints. They've expressed those concerns to the owners. Owners are doing little or nothing. One side kind of example is that there was a loud argument overheard, and these actually guys were arguing about who's going to drive, and they're both pissed drunk. So that's interesting. All right. Anyway, so I want to say this. This is not, I'm putting this out there. So if you go to this pub, or the owners, or you are an owner, you're going to watch this. It's not like, let's just get these guys caught and get them out of here. That's not the idea. here's an opportunity for them or for you to reform yourself, to understand, hey, you know what? People are having issues, and I am here trying to benefit the community, right? If you're trying to improve the community by having your business there, okay, then if people in the community are telling you that it's now being detrimental to their lifestyle, well, I think, you should swallow a little bit of the pride there and just understand that, I need to adjust my business accordingly for the people that I serve, okay, in the community. All right, like, what do they want? What do the people want? Sure, if the people are coming out, out of their homes and like, this is awesome, we're gonna party in the backyard and do it up. Okay, that sounds like it's reinforcing your idea. But since that is not the case, just be mindful of that and just be courteous, be respectful. That's all. Otherwise, you may have more issues. Excuse me. And then the other noteworthy hot topic is wheel theft. This is something I've heard a lot about from neighbors online, people talking about it, things like this. And so, I definitely followed up with some questions here. What we can speculate is, and what we probably know to be true, is that, first of all, these things happen overnight hours. All right, these things happen overnight hours, perhaps a sweet spot between 12:30, 3:30, something like that. Okay, again, that is just speculative, but I would say, man, if you've seen this going on, if your neighbors have been victimized, if you've been victimized, maybe one thing we can do is, if people work nights and you may be naturally up on a day off, take an extra moment. And, if you step outside during those times, look around. If you hear odd sounds, dogs barking, a alarm, going off real quick, and, nobody's hitting it right away, those are some of the things that maybe these are real things going on. So I'm going to be more mindful, hopefully everyone else as well. Let's see. I understand too, besides the wheels, a lot of there's catalytic converters still being stolen and everything like this. So, the police gave examples about that, like for the catalytic converters, like, oh yeah, engrave your VIN onto it, or, have some reinforcement installed. But like, that is very, if, oh man, I don't know. It seems like, why should somebody go out of their way because, like, somebody's victimizing us, right? Shouldn't maybe we have these guys caught already or something happen, but at the end of the day, I'm just relaying that information, okay? But I think we need to, though, all as a community, keep doing what we're doing, keep putting the word out, keep raising awareness, and then call attention to anything out of the ordinary, okay? Even if it turns out to be not real, approach it with caution, understand it, be very objective, all right? I'm just going to share one quick announcement. There's others here, but, I can take up all your time today. Let's see here. So they are doing, August 15th, 4 to 6, from 4 to 6 p.m. at Broadway Armory at 5917 North Broadway, okay? They are going to be providing block club information or walking club, formerly known as positive loitering, okay? Yeah, I think they took that out just because it has the word loitering in it. You don't need to say positive. It doesn't help. Loitering is something people frown on, regardless of whether it's helping them or not, okay? So anyway, they're also going to talk about how you can get your neighbors involved. Block mapping, developing a phone tree, accessing city services, problem solving, how to report crimes properly, and so on. Okay, so if you're interested in that, check that out. Otherwise, yeah, just be mindful of yourself, your surroundings, your neighborhood. One thing, hey, here's a radical idea. Be friendly to people, okay? Ask up, what's going on. Be a little nosy, if anything. And, yeah, that's it. Show somebody you give a damn about them. And that, hey, you know what? I realize you've been living next to me for, a month. So how are you doing? Okay? It's simple.
I created my vision.